Chill it down. Okay, guys, it's Player 90. What's up? We're back for the NR2003 ShopRite season. The 2004 season is so close. 2 races left to go in the season. The Pop Secret 400, whatever. The Pop Secret microwave popcorn, that's too much. Whatever. Rockingham, North Carolina. Probably one of the greatest tracks to probably help end the season. The points lead is so tight. Sergi Thompson is 14 points behind the leader and ahead of the leader. What the heck? Sergi Thompson has a 14-point lead over Winford, Bradford, Rutherford. He's 28 points up in front of Christopher Abel. Asher Byron actually used this race as the race to clinch the championship last year. He's 63 points out of the lead. 104 back is Lolo Zart. 127 back is Tom Sloan. Those are the only ones within a race. Jerry Smith is the last car in contention to win this championship, but he's super far back and pretty much needs a miracle. So 6 championship contenders remaining, 7 mathematically. I don't know what the whole mathematical thing was because last race there was 11, but I think it's only 7 now. Anyway, here's the rest of the points if you didn't see it. All right, just check out the pole chart real quick. Aaron Abel, if he gets this race, pole and the next race at Homestead, he'll tie the amount of points he got last year. Last year he got 11. This year he's chilling with 9, but he has a crazy thing of whatever. And by the way, I told you already, if ORT Racing gets one more DNF this year, he'll freaking tie Tom Sloan for the most DNFs in the season with 20. And if you get DNFs this race and next at Homestead, he'll break that. He's sitting 37th in points, 1 top 10. He's led 2 laps and has been in all 34 races this season. So, anyway, let's head to the Rock. 79 laps. Let's see who makes it in. Derek Drew is actually in the roster for this one. Let's see if he qualifies. All the single digits are in here. Looking for any cringy ones I missed out. Elliot Monroe missed out. That's a rip. And Derek Drew does come in. All right. He's supposed to be in this roster for this race and Homestead. So let's see if he can actually finish more than 2 laps. The pole of this race goes to none other than Eric Drew. The Drews 1-2. Oh my gosh, how fitting. Aiden Johnson in 3rd. Howard 4th. Rutherford 5th. What the heck is that second row? So Rutherford has a really good shot to cut back his points lead. I don't know. Thompson won the last Rockingham race. He's chilling in 25th. So Sloan 16th. Christopher 9th. Smith 16th, 15th, but he's pretty dead. And then looks like everyone back here. Wait, where's Art? Art's in the middle, 19th. You know what? Just find the rest of them for me. I'm lazy. What the heck? We got the brother duo. Derek Drew is qualified in like the top 20 in every single race and qualified second twice. Look at the brother duo. Eric Drew has had the worst season I've ever seen. He's got 2 wins, but the season's just been so bad to his standards compared to last year. He's 10th in the standings. No idea what he's doing. Let's see if he can end the season on a high note. His brother qualifying as he's racing part-time beside him. Maybe that's good for them. Maybe it's a bad omen. Let's see what happens. Green flag comes out at Rockingham as Eric Drew rockets out to the lead. Aiden Johnson getting a push to second from WBR as he's the race points leader as of now. Let's see how long these guys can survive. Shelby Howard going to be inside of Derek Drew for position. I don't want to know what position it is because I don't want to remember. They finished 1 lap. They're already 4 wide after 1 lap. James Meteor backs off so they don't die in 1 lap. That's good. Gavin Grogu looks like he didn't even start the race. He comes back in mad late. Or actually, no, he got sent off the track. Now he's back on track. He got turned off the track. You know what I mean? Anyway. Sergi Thompson already moving up the field after qualifying 25th. And that narrow loss at Phoenix. Aaron Abel was in the wall there, but he survives. Derek Drew holds the lead over WBR. Aiden Johnson 3rd. Derek Drew 4th. And Shelby Howard rounds at the top 5. Christopher Abel trying to move up. Just 28 points out of the lead heading into this race. Byron almost gets turned by Jerry Smith. Thompson trying to move up. All the championship contenders trying to move up. Those guys starting to run away. The top 7. Those guys ran away from the pack a little bit, running single file. No idea how Aiden Johnson's in that pack, though. That's a little weird. Looks like Byron's getting shuffled. And looks like Sergi Thompson just moved into the top 15. He is running 12th now. Looks like now they're starting to pass each other. Derek Drew moves up to 3rd. Christopher Abel gaining positions. Thompson doesn't want him to get the points lead, or Rutherford. Fastest lap in those 5 laps now was Rutherford. So far, barely beats out Christopher by just 1,000. And the slowest is Cameron Regal, only one of the 23s. Regal is right now in pit road, so that's an unscheduled stop. Unfortunate for the 40, just came off his 2nd top 10 of the season. Grogu's starting to reel in those guys. What the heck is Reese Brown doing all the way back here? Aaron Abel, why are y'all pitting, bro? And Ricardo Vega come in. I don't know what's with these early-ass stops, but starting to get single file. Tom Sloan all the way back here. He was actually doing good last Rockingham race. No idea. He's got to get on the bottom, start doing something. 27th. See what his position is now at the line. He clears Jim Sales. He will be running in the 28th position now. He's trying to get 27th on JoJo, and indeed that he will. Uh-oh. I'm giving them all, sorry. So Derek Drew starting to keep up with these leaders, trying to get around WBR. Completed 3 total laps in this car. Aaron Abel coming back out of pit road now. I don't know what they were doing with that super early stop, but a couple cars did, like 5 of them. Eric Drew right on the back bumper of the 32 of Rutherford. Aaron Abel, Ricardo Vega, and Cameron Regal were the ones that did those early stops. They're all 2 laps down. I believe Rutherford is the points leader as of now, and I think Thompson's holding 2nd. Barely. Someone's got to start moving up. Where the heck is he? Oh, he's starting to move up. He's already almost in the top 20. Let's see if he can start moving that car up. Asher Barnes back in 18th, while Thompson is 12th. Art is 9th, Art is 8th, and Christopher is 4th. WBR 2nd. Eric Drew holding the lead. Brother Derek trying to get around the 32 to cement the 97 lead. The other Drew, the other brother, number 88, Pep Drew, running right now outside the top 25. He's had a weird season. He's like 20th in points with like 2 top 5s and 10 top 10s. No cautions, and I did not change the drafting distance in this race, so this is a complete shocker. I didn't change the drafting distance at Martinsville either. The only one I changed recently was Charlotte, where we had that caution-free race. Eric right on that back bumper of Rutherford, just hasn't been able to get around him. Keep this up here. I'm gonna keep that bar up here. I'm gonna put it on the bottom, I think. What the heck? I can't move it? I thought I could move it. Right, let me see. Can I move that? Huh, I thought I could move this. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep that up there frequently to see where the championship contenders are. Slowing up into 23rd right now. So he's the lowest running, and he's the furthest back. He's the one that needs a good run. He's only 127 to the good. So he needs... And he's not in front of anybody, so he's right now out of championship contention heading into Homestead right now. Asher Byron 17th. He's got to start working his way up because everyone else is running good. Thompson's just outside of the top 10. Art's 8th. Christopher's catching up to Rutherford because Derek was able to finally get around him. As Eric Drew continues to lead, the brothers can run 1-2, looking like New Hampshire when Pep finished second to Eric. Aiden Johnson looking to make a pass on Noel here for the 5th spot. Aiden starting to show little glimmers of hope after his injury. Actually running decently with the leaders here. Shelby Howard's also going to get around the 12 most likely. Actually, the 12 actually gets a run because turn 4 has a good outside lane. Sergi Thompson's going to get around the 8 car of Lolo's Art into the top 10. Aaron Abel is actually 40th. He is 2 laps down because of the early pits that he did. Thompson moves Rob Brody out of the way. Maybe he's just never. I know Thompson never really qualifies well, but he did win Rockingham last race, so you gotta watch out for him. He's up at the 9th as we head in the. So look at that. In the top 10, there's 1, 2, 3 cars in the top 10 that are all in championship contention, and Lolo's Art is running 12, so they're all close. Byron's running top 20-ish, and Sloan's closing in on that top 20. So those guys got to start lighting up. Jerry Smith's championship contentions are pretty much over at this point. Needed a miracle, was 281 from the good. So I would say he's pretty much out of it. He's running 16. Eric Drew's been able to lead every single lap, and Derek's been able to run away with him. These guys, Chris and Winford, I think they're not trying to get themselves with the spoilers. Because remember, Drew's already out of contention for the championship. Derek's running part-time, so I think they just want to kind of hang loose, stay up really high in front to try to gain points on those leaders, because I don't think they want to mess with the spoilers, because who knows, they could probably wreck. It's this ridiculous series. But Thompson has already moved up to the 8th spot, so I believe he's back up, and I think he's right now the leading points leader because Christopher or Rutherford didn't lead any laps, so because Eric's led every single lap of the race, so that's 165 Drew's on, 160 for Rutherford, so that's 155, 150, 145, 135, I think, by Thompson or something like that. I don't know. I have to check my instruction manual for NASCAR Thunder or something to check the points, but I don't want to go get up right now. So Aaron Abel, 2 laps down, but is somehow making his way through all these leaders with those tires. Same with Ricardo Vega. Look at him get around James Carson right now. Cameron Regal was the other car. They're starting to catch up even though they pit. They're 2 laps down, right? Yeah, all 3 of them are 2 laps down. So Jet Meme running really badly. So ORT Racing right now doesn't want to tie that DNF record. He won't break it. If he finishes this race, he will not break it. Look at this. Tom Sloan is able to get around Asher Byron. So he finally passed one of the championship contenders. Byron's starting to fall back. He finished, I believe, 4th in this race last year, so when he clinched the championship. So he's running 21st now. Maybe he's doing a strategy. I don't know. Sauter going to go to the inside of Howard. I don't know what the heck. Sauter's had like the weirdest season ever for a non-sign up. Remember, Ricky Craven last year was the highest finishing non-sign up in points, finishing 11th. Sauter is running 12th. He has 2 races left, and the man has 3 wins. Craven didn't get any. Johnny Sauter has been one of the most aggressive drivers this season. He literally was. I had to suspend him because he caused an intentional wreck at New Hampshire on Aaron Abel, if you don't remember that. That caused a ridiculous pileup. He then DNQ'd at Brickyard right after that. He still pulled off 3 wins. He pulled 1 before the suspension and then just dominated the Southern 500 to win that and just won the last race at Phoenix. Aaron Abel has somehow managed to get around literally everybody. He is now 1 lap down. And I bet those other cars, Ricardo Vega and Cameron Regal, they're literally pushing each other to get through everybody. Derek Drew starting to close in on his brother, just 2/10. Aiden Johnson starting to close in on those guys. Thompson was able to move up to 6th, so those guys need to start trying to get bonus points because Thompson can't get this close to them. Heading into Homestead, man. This race, man, this season has been such a bigger success compared to 2003. 2003, I mean, it was a good, funny year because everyone kept crashing and dying, but the championship battle, in terms of the championship battle, it was a failure. I mean, good for Byron that he won the championship, but I wouldn't necessarily like clinches. I like good title fights, they're fun. Lap 30's gone caution free the whole way. Eric Drews led all 29 laps up to this point, looking to make it 30, but he's got his brother right behind him. Aaron Abel is just going so far away now. Gavin Grogu got spun in the middle of the on lap like 2 or something, and got spun all the way to the bottom of the track, fell all the way behind Josh Turner in the 42 there, black and red. Fell super far behind him, was able to catch back up, running 34, trying to get his way through everybody. Oh! Sales and Kyle Revingston, Jim Sales and Kyle Revingston nearly just spun out there. That could have been bad. Asher Byron having trouble getting through the pack as Ricardo Vega is starting to force his way through everybody here. Same with the other car that pit really early, Cameron Regal, number 40. He's running actually in the last place because he's 2 laps down. Tom Sloan, he's starting to light up. He's moved his way into the top 20. He's now running 16th once he gets around the 24. Starting to close in. Shelby Howard was running up front for a while. He fell all the way back to 15th. Aiden Johnson's still 6th as Sergi Thompson is now up to 5th. So he's definitely the points leader still. Rutherford is right now only 6 points gaining on him. So right now Rutherford is 8 points to the good. While Christopher Abel is, I believe, 24 to the good. All going to come down to the strategy right now. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead here. Drew brothers, well, 2 of the Drew brothers at least, battling for the lead part-time and full-time. Here comes Derek Drew to the inside. To the inside of his teammate and brother, Eric Drew. And he's going to take the lead now on lap 34 from his brother. Oh, slow. Got a car stuck on track, Kelvin Bronze. That should be a caution. No idea what happened to the 15. Yes, and caution has come out. Kelvin Bronze was stopped on track. We'll see what happened to 15. But unfortunately, it looks like 97 was able to hold the lead. So let's see what happened to the 15 of Kelvin Bronze here. He just got stopped on track. Running 20th right now. He just blows up. Blows up in the middle of the field. Oh, he's stuck on the outside, so he couldn't get to the bottom. And the caution still hadn't come out, slowing down everybody, and eventually he just couldn't get to the bottom fast enough, and the car just stopped. That's what happened to him. Oh my gosh, Josh Turner. Tries to get to the bottom, but he just couldn't get there. And the 15 eventually just stalled out on track. The caution comes out for a mechanical failure from Kelvin Bronze. Everyone comes in except for the cars that pit really early. So it's all going to come down. I wonder if anyone can get around the 97 here. It's led all 35 laps up to this point. Remember, Aaron Abel was able to get one of his laps back because he was able to pass all the leaders. So he has a higher chance. But Regal and Vega also on pace. But now they're probably going to have trouble because these guys are going to have fresh tires. So who's going to come out first? I already see Sergi Thompson's gone. Thompson's gone. Rutherford's able to beat him out. Eric Drew wins out. Derek Drew loses 3 spots, I believe. Chris Frabel falls all the way behind everybody. Aiden Johnson's going to lose all his positions as well. Tom Sloan gets a couple. Asher Byron's really far back. And in terms of slowness, looks like Aiden Johnson and Sonny McPallis, the only ones left in their stalls. Everyone got out. And it looks like last cars will be Sonny McPallis in the number 22 and Josh Turner, who's been running in the back the entire day. So that's the pit road sequence. And looks like these guys are actually going to come in the pit for fresh tires. So Regal, Aaron Abel, and Ricardo Vega. Remember, Abel is 1 lap down. Vega and Regal were 2 laps down. And Kelvin Bronze retired, obviously, due to a camshaft engine failure. No idea what happened to 15. Something broke on him, but oh well. Cameron Regal's going to beat off everybody there. Aaron Abel comes out behind him. Vegas might be able to beat everyone. No, he comes out in the middle between the 3. As Eric Drew leads lap 37 of 79. He's led every single lap up to this point. No one has been able to pass him. But now he's got a couple cars that are on pace on the bottom. Cameron Regal and the other guys might mess up the 97. So the first car that could get into his bottom lane is Christopher Abel. And he's got to use the opportunity to its fullest extent. He wants to try to get those bonus points. Because remember, Thompson gained points spots on him, and Christopher lost 2 spots, including one to Thompson. So gonna be close. Rutherford still running second, only gaining 3 points on him that whole time. Green flag comes out for Eric Drew. Will he get the jump on Cameron Regal? Green flag comes out, and yes, Eric does get the jump, but is it enough to clear him? I don't believe so. It is not. Derek Drew goes to the inside as Chris Frabel forces him up in the high lane. They're side by side coming down the backstretch. Chris Frabel, the only lead lap car on the inside. Eric Drew was able to clear the 40 as Rutherford loses all his momentum. Lap number 40 now, as looks like the 97 holds the lead over over Rutherford. Chris Frabel looking to get second spot. He's pushing his cousin through all these lappers. Rutherford loses that second spot to Christopher Abel. As Sergi Thompson now starting to lose his ground. He's got to get to the inside lane fast. Shelby Howard in the wall. As Asher Byron's going to gain some spots. He's up in the, I believe, 21st. Tom Sloan losing spots on the high lane. Jimmy Reed going to go to the inside of Rutherford. He'll take second. We all remember he won this race last year in dramatic fashion in that fresh tire situation, that one lap shootout over Jeffrey Chev and all the other guys, coming from 5th to 1st in one lap. Christopher gets loose, and now Jimmy Reed will take the lead as Christopher was able to get those bonus points. So that's good for him in terms of the championship fight. As Reed will take the lead, Abel stays on the outside. Johnny Sauter taking second. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying the lead. Nobody got bonus point. That's for second position. Eric Drew is still dominating in front. Jerry Drive went into pit road. Excuse everything I said about Chris Frabel and Jimmy Reed being in the lead. Eric Drew is your leader, number 97. Fastest lap of the race thus far has been the number 7 car of Luke Anderson, who's running top 10. Chris Frabel now getting his portion of the outside line groove as he's going to start losing spots. Derek Drew running really well. He stayed in the top 5 the entire race. As Sergi Thompson's going to get around the 18. Rutherford's falling all the way back to 8, so Thompson's gaining points on literally everybody once he gets around the 18 here. Eric Drew has a 1-second lead. The 18's holding his ground on that high lane, but I think the 21's going to finally take it. Derek Drew clears everyone on the high. Look at Christopher Abel. What a clearing on that high groove. He holds that 5th spot away from Thompson. He wants to get as many points as possible, whether it be 3 or 1. Because remember, Christopher was 28 points to the good right now. He's going to be able to get around the 78, and he'll gain 3 more points in that spot. No one has bonus points but Eric Drew because he's led every lap. So remember that. Remember, Asher Byron, number 6, is the only car to win a race by leading every single lap. He won at Sonoma this year. Bobby Labonte last year won the first Rockingham race, the spring one, by leading 75 of 79 laps in that number 18 car. So dominance has been a share in this track. Whoa, look at Aaron Abel almost gets turned by Johnny Sauter, who takes the 2nd position. Rutherford was able to get around Thompson. Art trying to get to Thompson. Byron's starting to move his way up. He's up to 14th. Sloan 17th. Sloan hasn't been able to. He's probably falling out of the championship right now. I think he's the only one out of the 150 mark. He's got to get around his teammate. Christopher takes the 2nd spot as Eric Drew's cruising in clean air. As Cameron Regal's the lapper that's haunting Abel in his lead right now. As the 18's trying to get on the 40. Byron trying to get around Ricardo Vega lapper. So right now, Byron and Sloan, those are the two killers right now. They're running decent, but the other guys are just running better, so they're losing the points right now. Byron, I believe, is still contention to fight for the title at Homestead, but he's going to be losing points. Same with Art. Art was already 104 back. He'll be losing minimal points, but he needs to gain. That's the problem for those guys. Thompson's running well. Nobody's happy. I mean, I like Thompson. I like everybody. I just want a championship fight, all right? I like Thompson. I like Reed, Anderson, Art. Everybody on this roster I like. They're cool. Except Sauter. Because Sauter's a non-sign-up. I can say that. I can say whatever I want about non-signers. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a spin. It's Shelby Howard in the 27. No cautions out on track. He's going to keep going. No one's around him. That's why. What the heck happened? Gets turned by Jet Meme on lap number 51. And he will spin. Just spins across the track all by himself. Was running good beginning of the race, but now he's running 37th. Regal gets shuffled. And looks like that's going to allow Chris Frable and those guys to start trying to catch up to Eric Drew. Uh-oh. Thought I heard a spin. They're starting to shuffle Aaron Abel around. So they're trying to use those. They're trying to finally get around those lap cars. Christopher gained a 10th that lap. Sloan and Byron doing everything they can to try to catch the 21. Same with Art, just to get a tiny point gain to get within 100. But the 21's got some decent competition on his heels right now. Everyone above him is pretty much in clean air. So the 21, he's right now on the chopping block for all these guys. I mean, they're trying to catch up. Tom Sloan and Byron having a heated swap for 14th battle. Swap for 13th, sorry. Tom with a nice clearing off 2. As Anderson's on the back bumper of Thompson, but Thompson's doing a great job at holding that 6th position for himself. But I believe Anderson's going to finally try to get that run. But remember, turn 4's got that good outside lane groove. Oh, Grogu almost gets into Aaron Abel. They almost spin. There's been a couple near collisions today. Here comes Anderson to the inside of Thompson. He's going to get a really good corner. Might even clear him. And we got a car coming out of the pit road. It's Shelby Howard going to mess with Derek Drew. And that's going to hold up the 78. And that's going to allow Rutherford to close in on that part-timer to try to gain more points on that 21. As the 21 lost 2 spots to Reed. And Art's behind him. Art's going to be able to clear the 01 of Kyle Revingston and try to challenge the 21. The 8's running on the high lane a little bit. Tom Sloan's 12th, Byron 13th. Everybody's running good. I want everyone to finish good, man. Jerry Smith is out of his championship if he keeps running 23rd. Probably still is anyway. Everyone's still pretty good. Christopher Abel is half a second behind Eric Drew, trying to break Eric's record for most wins in a year. He already tied it. They both got 6 wins in a season. Eric last year with 6. Chris this year with 6. They're both tied for the most career wins at 8. As Eric got 2 this year, Chris got 2 last year. They're the only guys with more than 4 career victories. I told you that clean air. What the heck? Shelby's actually on pace after that spin. He's coming. He's coming fast. Holy shoot, dude! Look. Oh my gosh, that 21 is. That 27 is fast. I always forget. This track is the craziest track when it comes to fresh tires. Oh my gosh, this is the one that makes the most difference. He's able to get around Chris, and he's going to get around Eric in 1 lap. He's going to go for the inside pass, or is he going to just push the 97 and then pass him? They're running single file most of the way until you get to the far back. Aiden Johnson all the way outside the top 30 after running top 5 all race. Looks like Howard trying to get to the inside of Drew. This is Christopher's chance to take the lead to get those bonus points he needs on Thompson, and here comes Howard to the inside. As Rutherford was able to get around Derek Drew for 4. Drew with a nice clearing those, had a great car from the pole. Only 2 guys have won from the pole. The guy in second's won twice from the pole this year, and Jimmy Reed. One from the pole at Talladega of all places. Cameron Regal coming in with an early pit stop. Uh-oh, early pit stops. Howard having trouble to get around Eric Drew. He gets to the inside again, but can't get there. We're closing in. Looks like they're going to have to pit at least one more time. So it looks like Drew might not lead every single lap due to the pit cycle. This is Byron and Sloan's chance to try to conserve fuel and get that overcut to work. They're so close to the top 10 right now. Josh Drake's preventing Asher Byron from getting 11th. Thompson gets passed by Lolo's Art. Art's going to be able to get point. Oh my goodness, Revington almost got into 21. And Art gains 3 points. He's 101 back. Luke Anderson comes in. The pit cycle has begun. Shelby Howard trying to mess with Eric Drew to the inside. Cameron Regal on speed, you can see in that 40. Howard gets around the 97. That's going to force the 97 on the high lane. Here comes Christopher. Is the 18 pitting and the 97? They're both pitting, I believe. Both of them come in on lap 65. Johnny Sauter as well joining them. No one stays out. Sergey Thompson staying out. He's going to get those bonus points. Nobody wants that. It's pure Thompson style. He'll take the lead. He'll get those bonus points and break Eric Drew's perfect stretch of laps led. He is the only car that stayed out other than Gavin Grogu and Zhong Zena and a couple other guys, Adam Beverly and Sonny McPalace. So a few guys stayed out. Thompson finally coming in. Wow, gets the fans all upset with that. I don't know who the leader is now. Iron looks like he was the one. He did an undercut. Interesting. Let's see, can these guys pit fast? Who's going to come out? Is Drew just going to come out? He's going to come out and beat everybody. He's going to beat Christopher just barely. And Christopher was able to get faster because he had that momentum. Sauter beat out Rutherford. Looks like Anderson with the Anderson had the greatest undercut of all time. Byron as well. Because I don't know where Thompson's in pit road. I know that for a fact. So Byron could actually gain points on Thompson and come in this fight. Anderson's now going to be third as Thompson loses the lead. McPalace was also second, by the way. Eric Drew takes the lead. Luke Anderson moving up to second. As, what's his name? Sergey Thompson lost spots. And he might even lose one to his teammate. Thompson just needs anything to be happy. Jerry Drive is the leader of all people. Wait, how? Oh, he pit the earliest. He's super slow. Aaron Abel second. Jerry Drive, I forgot, he pits super early. That's why he's so slow. He's on worn tires. Same with the 14 of Aaron Abel. Abel coming in the pit road as Drive stays out again. He's leading. He's a giant lead, but it's dwindling like crazy because he's so slow. Like, you can see Eric Drew almost 4 seconds back with over 10 to go. Drive, you can see the 97 in the freaking camera. Drive comes in now. And looks like Eric Drew will take the lead, but Vega, holy crap, dude, Vega mad slow. He stayed out, I think. He's super worn tires. Those top 3, man. They stayed out. Fred, I don't know why he's 37th, but Sauter 4th, trying to wait in the wings a second back. Rutherford 5th. Byron was able to move all the way up to 6th. Art is just in 11th, while Thompson is 12th, and Sloan in 14th. None of the championship contenders are outside the top 20. Smith doesn't count. Just 10 laps to go. Sorry, 9 laps to go. Eric Drew leads. Anderson had the greatest undercut, is now challenging for the victory. Remember, got his first career win last year in a thrilling pass on number 97, Eric Drew at the second Richmond race in a finish that we'll probably not forget. In this series, Ricardo Vega is now going to be changing tires now, so I think he's the last guy in the pit cycle. Aaron Abel, unfortunately, never got his lap back. Wow, Aiden Johnson moved back up into the top 20. Thompson's starting to get around people. He's going to get around Lolo's Art as well. He wants to start catching back up. Art goes immediately down to the bottom to try to mess with the 21. But Josh Drake is not letting him get up there. Sauter's going to get around Fred. He's trying to catch up to those top 3 as Eric Drew's running away. Asher Byron closing in on Rutherford for 5th. Uh-oh, Tom Sloan gets around the 8 car. Art's losing ground. He doesn't want that, especially not to the 4 car. Yeah, it's getting antsy, man. Anderson takes the second spot over Christopher Abel. He's now going to try to start working his way on a familiar face for a victory here. They're closing in to the final laps. Lap number 75 of 79. 5 laps remaining at Rockingham. He's half a second behind Eric Drew. We got a lap car and Ricardo Vega coming up ahead. Thompson's moved his way back up into the top 10. Art is running 15, Sloan 13. Vega getting really low on Eric Drew there. Might mess with Anderson though. Anderson's losing ground. He's going to get around the 23. Looks like Sauter was able to close in. He might be able to pass Christopher Abel. As Christopher having trouble getting around the 23. He's got another lap car, and Fred to his inside. Vega just killed himself. The 2 is getting a giant push. Sauter wants that third spot. Anderson losing ground. 3 laps to go for Eric Drew. From the poles led almost every lap of the race. Thompson gaining even more ground. He's challenging for 9th now. You guys gotta start gaining spots. 2 laps to go for Eric Drew. He's got a 6/10 lead. Sauter takes the 3rd position away. Byron's losing his grip on that 32's top 5 position as the 21 to the inside of Jimmy Reed. Oh crap, what was that? Anyway, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go at Rockingham. Eric Drew. What a dominant race this band's had. Led almost every lap of the race until it came to that pit cycle. He's got a lap car and Jerry drive in front of him. Not going to be slow enough for Anderson to catch up. Eric Drew gets his 3rd win of the season and his 9th career win. Finally keeps that all-time wins list leaderboard to himself. His 9th career victory. And Christopher fell back to 4th, so not much of a gain on the 5. The points battle is going to be very tight because Thompson finished 9th. Waiting for every single car to pass the line real quick. What a finish that was, man. What a race. All right. I don't know why the caution flag's waving. Hold up. Why is the car... Oh, we got a car stopped on track. Holy shoot, what the heck? After the race is over, we got Zhang Zina. Looks like he just ran out of fuel or something. He finished 12th and just... Why are you in 3rd gear? I don't know. Something broke on Zena's car. Yeah, he just stopped in the middle of the track. No idea what happened to him. Wow, what a race that was. Now, the points lead, I'm not looking at it. No one gets to see it because I'll show you all later. 75. He literally tied Labani. 75 laps led. So the only ones that led, 2 laps led by Jerry Drive. That was lucky. Thompson leads 2. That's also going to be a huge factor. 1 caution came out just for Kelvin Bronze and his blown engine. 3 lead changes. Derek Drew finished 7th, so good for him. Sloan and Art, the big losers in that, even though they had good runs. Just couldn't hold it out in the end. Jerry Smith's officially out of championship contention. Kelvin Bronze, the only car to have to retire from the race due to an engine failure on lap 33. And the points lead is super tight. Oh, this is what I dreamed of. We have 6 championship contenders. Sloan's barely in. What is this? And this is it, guys. This is what we've all been waiting for. Homestead, here we come. Sergi Thompson, 2-point lead. He's got an 11-point lead on Christopher Abel. Byron's 56 back because he was able to rebound. Art lost ground, 126 back. And Tom Sloan, man, the one no one expected was going to be in a championship fight this year. He's 6th in points. Barely was able to crack that 150 mark. He's 146 back. Needs a practical miracle, but nonetheless, still a championship contender. Eric Drew moved up all the way from 10th to 7th in the standings after that victory. Good rebound for him at the end of the season. Oh my gosh, guys. What a season it's been. And here's everyone else in the championship. I'll show you Rookie of the Year battle after this. So we go all the way to the bottom. Derek Drew there. Top 10 moves up past Alex Lake. Rookie of the Year, Thompson's easily winning it. Thompson could be the first champion here. It's just gonna come down to one position unless it comes to bonus points. Just one spot can easily boost Rutherford up by one. Thompson leads Rookie of the Year. Sauter second and 11th. Then it goes all the way down to Kelvin Bronze in 19th. Then it goes to Pep Drew in 21st. Then it goes all the way down to Cameron Regal 26th, Vega 27th, 28th is Cropley, Revingston 30th, Beverly 33rd, Howard 35th, Aiden 39th. He's actually able to get around Turner. And then Dario Sanchez 43rd. And then Alex Lightyear was 49th, but he's part-time practically, so Sergi Thompson has already clinched the 2004 Rookie of the Year, but can he become the first rookie to win the series championship? 2-point lead over Winford, Bradford, Rutherford. 6 championship contenders heading into Homestead. This is what we've all been waiting for. I'll see y'all on the Ford 400. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.